Back at it again, and we've got to talk about what happened leading up to the State of the Union. And of course, we are going to talk about the State of the Union in another video, in what was Joe Biden's final State of the Union. I want to say that as well. We will talk about that, but in a separate video. But there were some things that happened leading up to that I want to dive into, including a message from the Don himself. But first, I've got another video from Sir Ted Cruz that I want to show you guys, and we're going to dive into that. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
There's a pattern we're seeing all across the country now. We're seeing violent crimes committed by illegal aliens that Joe Biden released.
I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
An illegal immigrant charged with the murder of a 22-year-old Georgia nursing student, Laken Riley.
Jose Ibarra, her accused killer, came to the U.S. illegally from Venezuela.
Whether it is Laken Riley or whether it is Jeremy Caceres, a 2-year-old boy who was murdered just outside Washington, D.C. by another illegal alien that Biden released. In recent days, a 14-year-old girl in Boston raped by an illegal alien Biden released. A child under 14 raped by an illegal alien in Louisiana that Biden released. When you release violent criminals into our community, Americans are going to be killed.
Man, what a shame. What a shame. Sad, you know, and obviously the reality of the situation is we'll never get those people back, you know, and that's the truly unfortunate part, right? Even after Uncle Trump takes office and he fixes this border issue and starts the largest deportation effort we have ever seen. And also, I think he should make it law that, you know, illegal immigrants can't work in America. I think it should be a layered thing. Obviously, deportation efforts should be boosted to the absolute max capacity and beyond. But also, there should be some other things in place, like as far as laws. If an employer is caught hiring an illegal, you know, jail time. A minimum of a year in jail, you know, to really stave off the illegal immigration situation. And so you'll have immigrants just going back to the border themselves. Like, hey, I can't get any work. Obviously, not all of them will do that, but some of them will say, hey, well, I can't get any work, so I'm just going to go back to the border my darn self. Well, there's nothing for me here, right? Because deporting that many folks, let's be honest, it's virtually impossible. Like that is an enormous amount of individuals. And so it's gonna have to be a layered thing that's gonna have to be at play here, because I just don't see him being able to deport that many folks in just 4 years, you know? But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys can let me know in the comment section if there is a way to actually get that done. Because of course you got to go find them, right? You gotta bring them all together, right? Then you got to get them on the planes, on the trains, or however you're planning on getting them across the border, back across the border. Which all of that takes time, you know? So I don't know. Maybe there's a way that I'm not thinking of. But also, Joe Biden released a corny, weird, crazy video before the State of the Union, and yeah, y'all just have to see this one. Just look at this.
I never spoke to so many presidents all at one time. Some of you might know what a big speech like I have to do is coming up, State of the Union. Any advice you have for me in delivering my speech?
Well, sir, in my capacity as president, all I had to deal with was a meteor. One of the things that I came out of that with in my speech to people, hope. Hope is the strongest force we have in this country. It is the most useful and the most effective. My advice is just keep telling us how you're working for us and building hope.
Well, Mr. President, looking back at my own presidency,
Working for us? Only people he's working for are other countries. That's it. That's all. He ain't working for the American people. That's for darn sure. But continue.
looking back at my own presidency, I behaved very badly in a lot of situations. In preparation for your speech, it's just there was one sort of piece of advice and that meant a lot to me when I was president. And so I just wanted to share that really quick with you. Tell them that you exist for them. Tell them that they make you a better man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and also when I used to give big speeches, I would always wind down with popcorn and red wine. So, but I know for you that would be ice. Do that with ice cream. I highly encourage it.
I know from experience, obviously, what a tough job it is. And, when I was president, it seemed like every week there was some new crisis that I had to face.
You did a hell of a job.
Thank you. I do feel I should just point out one thing it always bears remembering: there's no crying in politics.
Well, what I hope is my politics doesn't make anybody else cry.
Well, a little too late for that. There's some families that have lost some loved ones because of your politics, Joe Biden. They're crying. What a shame. What a shame.
Mr. President, from my experience of being commander-in-chief, I learned that having a loving partner changes everything. Love and compassion as a leader are strengths. They're not weaknesses and are key to your character. So let that shine through in your speech. And don't forget to save a dance for the First Lady in the East Room.
We've had a lot of lines to learn ourselves. It's nice to watch somebody else have to get it all together rather than us, In Independence Day, I had it easy. We just had invaders from outer space coming in wanting to mess with us, and that tends to unify people. And I'm not so sure it was the greatest speech ever, but I did manage to say two things. One is that we can't be consumed by our petty differences, and we will be united in our common interests. And somehow these words became something to remember. So I had the thought, Mr. President, that, when people look at all that you've managed to do, they're going to remember, time will remember always the importance of your words when you say that thing about there's nothing that we can't do when we do it together. Those are good ones. Best wishes to you, sir.
There's nothing beyond our capacity. I believe that. Hey, come see me in the White House. I'm very serious. I'd love to meet you all in person. Thank you.
I'm with you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President.
Thank you very much.
I never spoke to so many presidents all at one time. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Yeah, see you. Thank you.
Yeah. Instead of fixing this country, our president is more concerned with talking to other presidents from movies. Yeah. Wow. I guess that really sums up how this administration has gone. Goodness gracious. Incredible. Well, I guess, he does have a little something in common with them. That's actually hilarious. That just occurred to me. Like, holy crap. He does have something in common with him. Because you know how the running joke is that Obama is actually the one running the White House. It is not Joe Biden. He's just a paid actor, right? Those were paid actors. That literally just occurred to me. They have a lot in common, I guess. Paid actors. Before the State of the Union happened yesterday as well, Trump issued a statement that I want you guys to see as well. Check it out.
Joe Biden is on the run from his record and lying like crazy to try and escape accountability for the horrific devastation he and his party have created. All the while, they continue the very policies that are causing this horror show to go. We cannot take it any longer as a country. Joe Biden's sad excuse for a State of the Union address aside, here are the facts. When I left office, we gave Joe Biden the most secure border in U.S. history. We gave him remain in Mexico, very tough to get, but I got it. Safe.
And Joe Biden said the border was secure himself. He got asked, or there was a statement that was made, and I've showed you guys the video, right? I've aired it before. The guy said Trump had basically ended asylum. And Joe Biden was like, yeah, that is true. He ended it. Those weren't his exact words, but he confirmed that Trump had basically stopped people from coming across the border. And Joe Biden opened it right back up. This is all his fault.
Yet, but I got it. Safe third agreements, the asylum ban, Title 42, 571 miles of border wall, rapid deportations, and much more. We had the safest border in the history of our country. As soon as he got in, Crooked Joe and his radical left lunatics deliberately dismantled each and every one of those policies that were so good, that gave us this best border. According to Tom Homan, according to Brandon Judd, the top people, they said it was the single best border we've ever had in recorded history. What's happened now is a horror show. The country, our country, is being laughed at all over the world. Over the past 3 years, Biden has actively aided and abetted the importation of millions and millions of illegal alien migrants and resettled them into your communities. At any time during the past 3 years, Crooked Joe Biden, and he is crooked as you can be and the most incompetent president we've ever had, could have called off the invasion. But to this day, he is keeping the hordes of illegal migrants and illegal aliens pouring into the country. By the time his term is up, we could have close to 20 million people in our country. And we have no idea from where they come. We have no idea who they are. They have no identification. Many come from mental institutions. Many come from prisons. They're terrorists. We have a calamity the likes of which we've never seen before. The very first bill Joe Biden sent to Congress was a plan to turn illegal aliens into voting citizens. That's just what we need. No matter what Crooked Joe says, his actions prove his priority is to import a colossal new illegal alien population and let them all stay. My priority is securing our border and sending Crooked Joe's illegals back home. Likewise, the sight of a feeble Joe Biden talking about shrinkflation, the term he uses, is one of the most ridiculous things this country has ever seen. Shrinkflation is just another way of saying inflation. It means that you're losing a lot of money because these people don't know what they're doing. It was all caused by Crooked Joe Biden and the people that surround him, and they are radical left Marxists and fascists and communists and socialists. We have people running our country, the likes of which we have never seen before. He and the communists and his party looted trillions of dollars from you and spent it on illegal aliens and the Green New Scam, triggering the highest inflation in many, many decades. If your packages are getting smaller, that's the reason.
Yeah, I had retweeted, let me see if I can pull that up actually. I had retweeted a post that had showed the crisis that we allegedly had every 10 years. And actually here, I'm about to show you guys. I'm going to put this on the big screen. Yep. 1960s, oil gone in 10 years. 1970s, another ice age in 10 years. 1980s, acid rain will destroy all crops. 1990s, the ozone layer will be gone in 10 years. What in the world? 2000, ice caps will be gone. Now they tell us it's just climate change. You know, they don't name it specifically anymore. You know, I don't think that was working out too well for them. You know, which is absolutely hilarious. Do you guys remember all of that from those years? Let me know in the comment section. I definitely remember a few of those actually, and I wasn't even alive. So like that stuff was like continually being put out there for a long time. Actually, I remember hearing of like all of this. You know, just it being mentioned, oil being gone, another ice age, acid rain, ozones, ice caps. Yeah. I remember about all of this. They're missing global warming though. That was in there at some point as well. Well, I guess this could be qualified as global warming. Ice caps will be gone in 10 years. I think, yeah, that was in combination with that, the 2000s. But yeah, all of that stuff was being pushed for many, many years. So yeah, but let's finish out this video with Uncle Trump.
Decades. If your packages are getting smaller, that's the reason why under my leadership there was no inflation. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world. It's time to tell crooked Joe Biden, you're fired.
I agree with that. It's time to tell Joe you're fired. Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait until November. I cannot wait. Now, once again, Democrats are for sure gonna pull something out. Right? They've got something. They've got something up their sleeves. I don't know what that is. I've obviously speculated. I've heard some speculation. One of the things that I heard most recently is that Democrats are going to try to take away Trump's ability to what's it called? Crap. Why am I drawing a blank right now? So the theory is, and this is just what I heard. I'm not saying that it's true or anything like that. This is just one of the new things that I've heard. Okay. I believe Tim Pool said it, but is that Democrats, once Trump wins, but before he gets into office or shortly after he actually gets in office, because remember, when he's elected, he doesn't automatically become the president right then and there. He won't actually be in the White House until 2025, right? So either in that lame duck period or shortly after he actually does walk into the White House, Democrats are going to really rile up their base and really spark some protests and some riots and things. And they are going to hamstring Trump in how he can deal with that, in his ways of dealing with it. They're going to do some things. What's it called? Crap. I'm completely drawing a blank right now. I don't know why, but legislatively, there we go. They're going to do some things that stop Trump from being able to deal with a situation like that. And so they're going to blame Trump for the country, kind of going up in flames, so to speak. That's been the new one that I've heard. Who knows? How do you guys feel about that one? Do you think that one could possibly happen, will happen, very unlikely to happen? What do you guys think? I think it's highly unlikely to happen, personally. Not them riling up the country, but them being able to pass any type of legislation that would stop Trump from being able to deal with something like that. I don't think that would happen. At least I hope it wouldn't, but who knows? Y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.